So let's face it, not everyone is comfortable cooking at home, but it doesn't have to be a dreadful experience. As Stacey Delicat shows us, there are easy ways to create a restaurant-quality meal in your own kitchen.
Wonderful dinner, all the things included. I think this one here is a 15-minute meal.
Maple glazed pork chops is one of 1,600 menu options offered by meal kit service Chef'd. All come with individually portioned ingredients and step-by-step instructions to take the guesswork out of meal prep.
We're seeing a lot of the markets actually cooking at home more.
Kyle Ransford is the founder and CEO of Chef'd, which now counts hundreds of thousands of customers. It's one in a growing list of meal kits, now being offered by everyone from Amazon, Martha Stewart, and Tom Brady. Chef's options range in price from $6 a serving to upwards of $20 a serving, while other kits offer meals around $10 a serving.
Going to the grocery store and buying big sizes and inventory gets really expensive, and you see a lot of food waste out of that piece. The meal kit has shown up as a solution to that, where at a lower price point, you're able to get exactly what you want to make that meal.
The meal kit industry is currently valued at about $2.2 billion, according to food industry strategy firm Pentelect, a number that is only expected to grow despite some bumps in the road. Blue Apron, for example, a pioneer in meal kits, has struggled since going public last year. But Pentelect's co-founder Bob Golden predicts as options grow, more consumers will give the trend a try.
I think the meal kit market will grow because it does provide a solution, which is experience, it's quality. It's, I think, for many considered to be a reasonably good value.
The meals do take time to prepare and aren't always the healthiest when it comes to fat and calories. Plus, many complain they come with a lot of packaging. But in addition to convenience, they provide something else customers, particularly millennial customers, are craving.
Consumers are looking for fresher, less processed, and in some regards, more food from sustainable sources.
Whether that comes in the form of meal kits or meal planning apps like Mealime that will write your shopping list for you, or Yummly that will send those ingredients right to your Instacart, it seems cooking at home is easier than ever before. Stacey Delicat, Fox 5 News.
I think we're all getting hungry for dinner. Joining me now with some more tips on cooking at home is Jackie London. She's a New York City-based nutritionist and also the nutrition director at Good Housekeeping magazine. Great to have you with us here in the studio tonight.
Great to be here.
So you must get this question all the time. What are some of your best tips for cooking a delicious home-cooked meal?
Okay, so you want to start in the produce aisle. You want to make most meals predominantly veggies, and there's so many incredible innovations out there right now that are speaking to this trend. So there's tons of spiralized veggies, riced veggies. There's a million different things that we can do once we have that base, and we can add on from there.
A lot of people are intimidated, me included. You know, they look at these delicious meals and they want to create them. How would you tell them to start?
Okay, so you want to start small and keep it simple, right? You want to introduce new veggies and new items, always with something that's comfortable and familiar. So I always recommend adding additional veggies into any type of sauce that you're making, adding more veggies into some type of soup that you're going to make in big batches on the weekend and then store. You can always freeze that also, so then you have more healthy meals to continue throughout the week. I also think that, you know, it's really fun to just play with breakfast for dinner ideas, because then there's a little bit more room to kind of, you know, go nuts and add in all of the leftover veggies that you have, as well as add in that healthy protein from those eggs.
Yeah, eggs are really good.
Eggs are
always
such
a good
an
option.
easy one, right?
Omelets of all kinds.
Omelets, exactly.
What do you think of these home delivery services? We just saw Stacey's piece. What's your take on those? They've become uber popular lately.
Absolutely. So they can be a fantastic choice, especially for consumers who aren't really used to cooking at home quite as much. What is fantastic about them is that they really offer that simplicity of giving you, you know, a usable, easy to function type of meal, and then you have a decrease in food waste, which is really optimal, especially right now as millennial consumers are specifically looking for ways to cut back on food waste and ways to make more sustainable choices. So definitely look into those, but I would say that there does seem to be a type of burnout, especially after that 6-month period, and certainly with some of the subscription services. We see a lot of consumers tend to subscribe, but they're not actually using the service. So it is something to think about, because it does lock you in, which can be beautiful and make everything easier for you, but it can also have that downside of, you know, you spend on something like this and then your schedule changes.
What's your best advice for navigating a grocery store and picking out the best high-quality ingredients?
Okay, so don't About the frozen section, because there's always going to be delicious options there in terms of your veggie choices. But overall, when you're going to the grocery store, certainly you want to start with that produce, and you always want to look for, of course, the Good Housekeeping Nutritionist Approved emblem, which is our emblem on food products that designate products that make it easier to make better for you choices without sacrificing any taste, time, or cost.
And just real quick, what's your go-to easy, simple, delicious meal that you like to make?
Oh, I love breakfast for dinner. I'm always making breakfast for dinner. That would be eggs with some whole grain toast and some avocado. Delicious.
Delicious. All right, Jackie London, some great advice there. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, still to come tonight on the news at 6, never too early to start talking baseball. We'll show you how the Mets are preparing to make their annual trek to spring training.